Welcome back. We have another Hearthstone deck. This one is a bit different, and this one is inspired by some new beginners that have joined our Discord server recently and have actually asked for advice on what to play. What do I get into? I don't have a lot of dust and no gold to buy any packs, but I want to start playing standard on the ladder and actually start leveling. And this is our answer. This deck cost a grand total of 0 dust. This is the cheapest ladder deck that is currently available in Hearthstone. In fact, it's the cheapest ladder viable deck that has ever been in Hearthstone. And JJ, how does one come about these cards?
Well, to get these cards, you have to finish the Ashes of Outland Prologue in the Single Players tab of Hearthstone, at which point you will unlock both the Demon Hunter class as well as its basic and Demon Hunter Initiate cards, which just happen to be all the cards that comprise this deck.
Let's actually go in the menu and quickly show off where to find that. Just so if you're very new to the game, we're gonna show you how to do this. And Demon Hunter, by the way, is a very strong deck. So
Solo Adventures.
We're gonna have some fun with this. Solo Adventures.
Then you do not go to League of Explorers. That'll come on Thursday, next week's Thursday. And then we go to Ashes of Outland.
Yep.
And then Prologue. And obviously, if you haven't played it yet, you are not going to see all the check marks here. You're going to play those 4 battles. And then, yeah. I'm not going to get
And then you get those cards. Overplaying those battles, you get all those cards. Now, we're going to put the deck code for this deck in the description of this video. So if you want to try that out, you can just copy it from there, import it to your Hearthstone, and play. So that's the whole list we're playing. 0 dust Demon Hunter on the ladder in platinum ranks.
Obviously,
let's show off what we can do.
If you're not as much of a beginner and you want a slightly more reliable list, we have made a video on the Tempo Demon Hunter recently. I'm going to put an info card to that right now. And let's get into this.
Alright, we have a mage to deal with. This could be several different things here. A lot of people like to play the Tempo mage. A lot of people like to play Highlander, though. Let's keep the Chaos Strike. It's pretty good.
So we're keeping basically all the 2-drops. That seems like a lot. Do we keep?
I kick the Sightless Watcher actually.
Kick the Sightless Watcher, okay.
Optimally, we definitely want a 1-drop, which we didn't get here.
Oh yeah, by the way, side note, some of these cards are going to be nerfed soon, but that shouldn't matter hugely.
But the deck will still be good.
Yeah, you might. Depending on how that affects it, you might not want to play Altruist. Maybe you'd rather get a second copy of one of the other cards that we only have 1 of. You're gonna have enough free cards to experiment a little.
I think Altruist will always be good in this, but it remains to be seen, of course.
And of course, I mean, Battlefield will always be good in this.
Yeah.
So.
No doubt. So, basic strategy for this, how to go about this is a very aggressive deck. We like to be attacking and killing our opponent quickly, and we're going to be using the tools that we have for that. Let's play Umberwing here. We're going to summon some minions and give ourselves a weapon. Just keep putting pressure.
Yeah, I mean, this is like the strength of both the deck and arguably a big chunk of the class as a whole. It's just applying consistent pressure.
Quickly getting attacks out. We'll play Chaos Strike here. That gives us attack. It draws us a card.
Oh, that's a good one
we'll
to
play
draw
the Battlefield. It's very good, yeah.
Now again, if you're seeing this video more than like a day or so after it came out, those cards might be slightly weaker, but I think this is still viable as a beginner deck very much so.
Yeah, no doubt. Battlefield loses 1 attack with the nerf. Altruist gets 1 more expensive, but they are still going to be very
1
good.
attack, but overall it's still very similar.
Play the hits here and just hero power and hit him. It's basically what we always do. And that's why I like this, because it's not too complicated of a mechanic. Like, you don't have to think about 1,000 things usually to just get started and play with.
That's also the other thing, yeah. This is a very beginner-friendly deck, not just in terms of cost, which is of course the main selling point, but also just in terms of
mechanically
playstyle. It's like, of course there's always stuff you can improve, but honestly, there's not a lot you can do wrong. I think the toughest card to play optimally in this one is probably Altruist. Everything else is relatively trivial. I'm not saying Altruist is hard, I'm just saying you have to consider how to set it up correctly if you want to use it effectively.
Understand the outcast mechanics.
Which brings up the question, do we want to clear this board with Altruist, or is that too fancy? Do we just go Fellblade hero power.
I think let's just go that. Let's just go that. Yeah, we'll still have Altruist later.
Because we could have
The game's
played
immune, so-
Altruist, Chaos Strike, and Coin to clear the board, but obviously not very necessary.
I like to keep Altruist to do like optimally 4 or 5 damage.
It's also always good if you have something on the left side of the hand that you know is rather easy to play when you have Altruist on hand, because then you know you can get a decent amount of procs. Because the Twist that's on the right looks tempting, but if you draw something expensive on top of it, it's all of a sudden you can't play it anymore.
So we play Glavebound Adept this turn, and then we get a huge Altruist later out of it. So we'll hero power, we attack, and we put Glavebound.
I assume in the face.
We could kill the 4/4 too. Either one is probably okay. I actually like killing the 4/4 here, because we're not that close to winning just yet.
Yeah. And that means he has to put 2 damage sources likely into the Glavebound Adept to kill it.
He's gonna use 1 elemental hero power and the other elemental to kill the 5/3.
Yep.
And then we might pop the big Altruist turn, because then all of a sudden we trigger it at least 4 times.
Yeah, also, his elemental is going to be at 1, but hopefully he's going to summon something else to kill with Altruist if we do that. But yeah, Altruist, Chaos Strike,
face,
Coin, Twin
attack
Slices, and then we can even play the Warblades if we want to.
And see if we draw something too.
Oh, that looks like it's going to be really good.
This hopefully not be too big though.
5,
This
that's
is
very
good.
doable.
Yeah. That's doable. that is Ultra Region. That's still an Ultra Region territory.
Unfortunately, that also means he's gonna heal 12 and be at full again. But you know,
yeah,
otherwise.
we can't help that. He obviously it's a control deck, so he plays a lot more value. So let's play Altruist here, and then we play from left to right, and then we can also then play.
I was about to say we're gonna. I mean, we don't have any draw in here anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. But we can play this.
Coin, we go.
Coin. Twin Slice.
And then we go Slice, and we go
Second
Slice
size
again.
is going to be on the right, always. Also, by the way, pro tip, second size is always on the right, even if you got it from a twin size in the middle, so it's still always Altruist.
And then we can still hero power.
We can,
for
but...
no good reason, of course, but...
Yeah.
But that was a board clear from an aggro class. Doesn't mean we're going to win the game, but there's a potential there.
Yeah, and again, you're not going to win every game, of course. That's just the nature of Hearthstone, honestly. And this deck is probably not going to be the best Demon Hunter. I mean, as a matter of fact, it isn't the best Demon Hunter deck, but it's good enough is the thing. And
it's one of the best budget decks, and it's completely crazy for it being 0 mana. Everyone can play this. That's pretty much unheard of.
I mean, that also shows just the strength of the basis of Demon Hunter.
He also notably played a mechanic freeze heavily, which is pretty much the exact counter to what we do. So that's not good for us. We will play some small guys here and actually kill this water elemental because it keeps freezing stuff.
Yeah, I think we can probably play just both of them and just kill everything. I should have not sacked the golden one, it's just not stylish. There we go. One of each.
Yeah. So this, we're gonna likely lose this game because he just played a mechanic that happened to counter ours, which happens. But we're gonna play some more and see if we can get some wins and show off
somehow he doesn't end up getting a board clear right now, which is, I mean, obviously he likely will be able to clear.
Yeah, he will. Okay, so there's at this point too much freeze in this deck, so we can pretty much resign the game. We can also keep trying, of course, but it seems pretty lost.
Okay, that was not exactly it, but
we can still go if we want to.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's also, by the way, a thing, right? It depends really on what your priorities are, but if it's win rate you're going for, you should never resign unless you're definitively lost. And while this isn't looking great, there's still a chance.
We'll see how lost we are whenever we draw our next card.
If you're going for a quick climb, then you can oftentimes, when you start running out of resources, you can just resign and just play two more games that you're going to win quickly in the same time that it will take you to draw out this potential win.
Especially if you're on the rank floor, in which case...
Yeah, even more so then, of course.
You get blue stars.
Although you would still potentially lose a win streak if you are currently on one, but that's not necessarily given either. And honestly, I don't hate our board right now. It's, you know, I mean...
It's gotta not live, of course, is the thing.
The problem is Feast of Souls is kind of pretty bad right now because we don't have that much stuff to sack into it. And otherwise we have, what? Like, no draw?
No.
So, that's just unfortunate matchups that happens. Yeah, no, this is over.
This game's over. Alright, we have Rogue.
Probably
So,
secrets, huh?
likely some variety
Something
of
involving
either
secrets.
an aggressive thing. It could also be a Galakron Rogue, which would be a bit.
I mean,
bit
Galakron
slower.
Secret Rogue is a thing.
Yeah, secret package definitely can go in there. We'll keep the Battlefield, which is the best one-up in the class. Very simply put.
Having the Umber Wing to follow it up is pretty good as well.
Yeah. Try to identify as quickly as possible what he's actually playing here. Also, Twin Slice is very, very strong because we can play it on the same turn.
Oh, we could do that.
Get our
yeah, let's do that actually.
our Battlefield buff right away.
Play Battlefiend, 1 Twin Slice, Hero... well, not Hero, just hit him in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the Battlefiend up, next turn we can Umber Wing. We can pretty much attack
He's gonna
every single
backstab
turn,
this.
almost no matter what.
He's gonna backstab it, and we get some 1/1s. Get some board
Or
press.
not.
Actually,
Oh wait, actually backstab could still be...
legend
played,
right
but
away.
No.
I think we kill this though.
Umber Wing, second slice.
Yeah. Because that might have been a small sign that he doesn't have backstab on his hand right now.
You'd think
And if
so,
he does
because
have backstab on
Battlefiend
his
is one
hand,
of the
we
best
have-
targets.
Our chances are exponentially higher
Yeah.
to do some real damage before he can remove it.
And of course, one of the weaknesses of this deck is a card draw, but we have the Feast of Souls on our hand right now. You could run 2 if you think that helps, but we obviously have to have enough minions to sack into something, which currently we just don't have anything to sack into.
Yep.
I think it's just second Battlefiend Hero
Battlefield
Power, huh?
here, we hero power, yeah. And we put damage to him. He hasn't really shown the ability to deal with this at the moment. So
I'm not even exactly sure what kind of
This
rogue it
is-
is yet, but we're definitely putting in damage.
we're not. It seems to very likely be a Galakron Highlander, maybe.
I mean, we've seen
Played
one
the
card.
Dragon Sword. Yeah, but that's usually what goes in there. That's usually only in that sort of deck. Yeah, it's definitely that variety. So Maiev is an interesting tech choice for sure, and it makes a lot of sense, of course.
Yeah, but now we can go Warblade
we're
Hero
gonna-
Power.
Yeah,
I
we're
think-
gonna kill her with Warblades Hero Power, yeah. We still have the weapon, which means Adept is on curve next turn.
Exactly.
And we're just pushing
I
more
mean,
and more
if
damage.
we can hit the Adapt, the Battlefiend, and the weapon in the face, we just win. By Adapt, I mean just the Battlecry. That is, what, like 9, 11, that's
That is
exactly
40.
11.
Kill as a comma.
Yeah, no, that is winning, I think. Wait,
And he
no,
invokes for the
that was
first
a
time
lucky there. That
just
was a lucky
now.
there. That was a lucky there.
That's a very good lucky, unfortunately.
That was the second
that
best
was
lucky you could have
clutch.
gotten.
Yeah, that was very strong on his side for sure. We're gonna continue with our plan though.
Yeah, I mean, just hit. Actually,
Hero power? No, not hero power.
We
Yeah,
hit-
kill the lackey.
kill the lackey.
Yeah, kill the lackey, and then the
the
adept
Adept.
goes face. Yeah.
And now we have 2 minions that threaten lethal, so he has to remove either both of them, or put up a big taunt, or heal, or otherwise he just straight up loses. And then we still have at least 4 points of damage from hand.
That's good.
So...
Seal Fate maybe.
Oh!
Okay,
So much for the guaranteed 4 damage from hand!
Yeah. And he resigns anyway because he can't.
Yeah, because he can't deal with
hold
Battlefield.
against it. Yeah, which is good. So
think
I
this
guess we showed
perfectly
off.
shows how this deck wins, right? You play...
Yeah,
you
we
play
showed how the
fast
deck
and you
wins
win
and how it
early.
loses.
Yeah, because if you
Yeah.
can't... You have to win fast. Because there's very little reload. Of course,
Yes.
Skull of Gul'dan would be a card to add to this. It's not free, so we didn't
Skull
put
of
it in
Gul'dan
here.
is the first thing you might want to craft if you decide to actually pick this up and go with it after you gave it the test run. I would agree with that.
Just adding Skull of Gul'dan in here and removing something. I mean, if you start adding stuff, you could probably remove the Coordinated Strike Feast of Souls package, because that's mostly there for the draw. Although, of course, that affects the Natural Dominance a little bit. You can put Skulls in there and Sigil Runners, and all of a sudden, the deck plays a lot more smoothly.
I think the best thing to do is start with this and then refer to the first one we made. We have of course the info card,
yes,
the info box which you click on, which is the real deal, the full tempo Demon Hunter. That's currently one of the strongest cards in the meta. I would suggest playing this, and as you build cards and then keep cracking stuff until you have reached that and making the key parts of that one. Kind of slotting them into here one by one, and your deck will get better and better. But this is a very good time to start in Hearthstone. It's a completely free deck, 100%. Just play the 4 solo challenge games. It takes you less than half an hour, and then you have a ladder ready card that you can climb for days and weeks, and basically the entire month.
We're having some connection issues here. I'm just gonna handle the outro for a second here. Let's see if he's back by the end. But what he was trying to say here is, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like on it, leave us a comment as well if you have anything to say about this. Subscribe to the channel for more of this sort of content, as well as other videos, both in terms of news and educational content, as well as sometimes just some fun gameplay. And join the Discord server if you want to be a part of the community and also learn from other people that we have on the server. We have a lot of very experienced players there. That's it.
That's it.